Hello, welcome to the show that is in way over its head. It's Lacuna. Yeah, so they kidnapped our daughter. They're forcing us to make some tough choices here to decide how we're going to play this going forward. Right now, we got to go talk to Gary. We're trying to determine all this stuff about who the Liberators are. But the Liberators also want us to find out what that data was about that the Attorney General took back. It's a pretty complicated plot. There's a lot going on. Let's go see. We just used Gary's credentials to I do like all the advertisements and stuff. They call this Neo Jazz. Like, I don't know exactly what Neo Jazz is. Let's check the news. Stay abreast of what's going on in the world, because it's getting complicated. I think all of it matters. Alright. Banny's murderers speak. Less than 24 hours after Banny's death, an organization calling itself the Liberators have claimed responsibility for the attack. It was a scene right out of a movie, with screens all over the Capitol playing the radical message. If you weren't there, this is what they said. Hello, fellow citizens. We are the Liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. These values have been integral to our society for centuries, but lately, they have increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves the Sabian Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. The Sabian faith is based on superstition and rejects science to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago, today, what happens when Sabian state is left to its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson end this madness now, put a stop to all independence talks, and reinstate full Garian rule. We removed the radical Sabian Joseph Banny to get it started. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Sabian lives will be spent to protect the future of us all. The Sabian population on Gara will be taken hostage until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must step up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the first. So far, authorities have not confirmed that the people sending this message were in fact involved in the foreign ministry Banny's death, or what the chilling announcement at the end might pertain to. We do not support this message, inclusivity, all that good stuff. Yeah, things are getting serious, folks. I'm smack dab in the middle of it. Morning, Conrad. Hope you got some rest after yesterday's incident. Let me bring you up to speed. The chief said he's making some announcements this morning. Doesn't sound good at all. But we'll see in a few minutes. We took Cox in for questioning. You can interrogate him later. But first, you should talk to Sato. He's in our office and has some new intel on Moore and Cox for you. Okay, I'm on it. Listen, Conrad. I might have been a little intense these past few days. These are special circumstances. You understand, right? Sure. It's been hard on all of us. I gotta run. Talk to you later. Okay. I thought I got an email. Dear Mr. Conrad, we have found 244 new offers fitting your search criteria. It only took a few kicks. Your search has been running for 126 days. Huh. Okay, so that's just from when I got my house. Or it's been longer than that since I moved out with my ex, so I'm not sure. Sato should be upstairs. He's up here on the left somewhere. This is the chief's office. How's everybody out there doing? Me, I'm doing okay. It's a Saturday when I'm recording this. A Sunday, I'm sorry. It's not too cold out today. Got some sun. Shit, where's Sato? That's the chief up there with the AG, it looks like. That's where we found him last time, right? Maybe he's up above the chief. Can't be, because there's a lock on the door here. What the hell's Sato? Damn it. Unit 3rd floor. He's the 4th floor. Sato ain't here. There's the chief on the 4th floor. How can I not find Sato? Oh, there he is. Damn it. Ah, good morning, Neil. Hey, Sato, Gary told me you had some intel for me. Indeed. I put everything on your pin board over there. Let me give you a quick overview. First, I assembled some basic information on James Moore and his wife. Second, I managed to pull their recent bank statements. Maybe you'll find something useful in there. That's all I can get my hands on for now, but I'll have more coming tomorrow. And third, I took a look at the CV of the guy who fired at you, Albert Cox. And guess what I found? He's a Sabian. And he grew up on Drovia. Oh, that's a surprise. I suspected he was working with the Liberators. Well, who knows? He might still be. And what's also interesting is that he changed his name 20 years ago. Shoot, we're running late to that meeting with the chief. Let's go. I'll tell you the rest on the way. Where's my pin board? I can't look at it? Cox was born Albert Bolton. His parents owned a big company at the time, Bolton Security Services. They were responsible for the safety of the Sabian colony on Drovia. You mean Sector 2, the one that blew up 40 years ago? Exactly. Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over the incident and eventually went bankrupt. When Cox had finished school, he changed his name and moved to Gara. That's when he founded his own security company using some grant money. Thanks, Sato. Great work as always. Nothing. I just did some advanced browsing. Before we go in, I need to ask. Is everything alright? You look, not great. Just didn't get enough sleep, but thanks for asking. Okay. I think everyone's here. Let's start. Thank you all for coming. As many of you know, I've been working at the CDI for 28 years now. I have done everything in my power to defend the values our planet stands for. The principles of freedom, tolerance, equal rights for everyone, and justice have been guiding all of my actions. I've always been proud of our work and our commitment to the Garian democracy. Sadly, the path of justice isn't always clear, and we have to make difficult decisions. The murder of Joseph Banny has severely harmed the relationship between our planet and Drovia, and it puts the fragile peace in our solar system at risk. The Domestic Terrorism Division was charged with protecting Banny under my leadership. In light of our failure to do so, the Attorney General and I have agreed that the only appropriate response is for me to resign my duties at the CDI, effective immediately. I hope that the separatist groups on Drovia will consider this a sign of sincere remorse and of our intention to make up for the damage that has been done. I enjoyed working with all of you and wish you nothing but the best. I hope that each of you finds your way of fighting for justice. I will still be in my office today, and if there are any open questions about issues you want to come talk to me about. My successor will be announced by the Attorney General in the near future. Starting tomorrow, Agent Long will be taking over my responsibilities until a permanent replacement is found. Thank you, and goodbye. Ooh. Talk to the chief, talk to Gary. Yeah, and there's so much crap going on. So many layers to this. Where is the chief? I gotta go look at that pin board downstairs. I gotta remember to do that. Come on, dude. Go up the damn stairs. Are you kidding me? Why can't I go up these damn stairs? Go try again. There we go. I don't know what the hell that was going on there. No, I can't go up these. I don't know. Let's just go downstairs. Where's this pinboard he was talking about? I didn't expect this. Okay, office gossip starting. Have a seat. You got nothing to say? What about you, Sato? What a day, huh? There's Gary. That was unexpected. Fuck, I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. I never thought they would pick me. I have to call my wife. Guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Gotta admit, she never really liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity, but someone had to get fired for Benny's death just for the optics, don't you think? Maybe. Chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberator threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recoup what we got so far. Listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap-up. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about Chief's sudden retirement. However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go everything we've got so far once more. Drovia's foreign minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Boyd. Boyd then went to see a woman called Zora, which seems to have been a deviation from their original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with confidential stolen data. The next morning, Boyd met another man to hand him that data, Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of the driven company PowerUp. We were able to extract and delete a message from Gonzalez's cell which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Guardian network. This leads us to believe the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best-kept secrets of the Guardian government. We don't know who paid either of them, but the message to Gonzalez was sent by an encrypted channel on a Mercurius network. That means it must have been one of the higher-ups of a large publicly traded company. We don't know what data was on the stick because we haven't been cleared to access it. Yesterday morning, an anti-Sabian terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcast a video in which they claimed responsibility for Banny's murder. This is an excellent wrap-up, Gary, for anybody who might be watching this game for the first time. But let's get on with it. I got work to do. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. Their broadcast was sent from the AdSpot building. They operated all the billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by Cox Security. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of that same company, James Moore. His wife says they went on holiday to Manamee, but he never turned up there. We're currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the AG. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. Had he been in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived? Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. Do we think that Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He certainly is involved with them in some way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. We have to assume there's a bigger fish behind Cox. What's also strange is that he is a Sabian himself. He grew up on Drovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Colroy, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Yang. We brought some stuff back from Cox's office. Work your magic on it, let us know if you find anything. Sato, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Okay. Take a look at all the evidence we got, including the information Sato put on our pinboard. Should also have a chat with Cox. He brought the interrogation room in the basement. Roger that. We also brought in our sniper for a second round of questioning. You can give it another try and see if you can get something out of him. I'm interested because talking to him because his girlfriend Zora is with the group that kidnapped my daughter. Gonzalez surrounded himself with lawyers. Could be a while until we get to interrogate him again. That's all for now. Come back when you got something. Okay. Did he give me another? He did give me another sheet. Nationalism, drug addiction, sick wife. I don't think he likes his wife. Okay, so we got 3 open sheets now. And a big complicated story to fucking deal with. Okay, bank statements. These are James Moore's bank statements. Payment. Rejected insufficient funds. Vivio Pharmaceuticals. James Moore's wife is sick. She got injured in a mining neglect. Okay. So this is pretty every week. $200. Here, cleared. Look at this. Cox Security paid him $10,000. That's his salary. Here's his normal salary. $600. Compensation. Odds and ends. Groceries. Interesting. Vivio Pharmaceuticals. Driscoll's grocery store. Groceries. Maintenance on implants. I think what we're supposed to take away from this is this big payment here. That's interesting. Pregnancy test. Oh shit. Why'd they get paid for that? Oh, it's a chargeback. What's this chargeback? I don't know. What's on this side? Okay, here's information on James Moore. Junior security professional for BAMO security agencies on FEMAS. Senior security professional for Cox Security Services, GARA. Yeah. Fine for bodily harm. Fine for attempted theft. 6 months prison for trespassing. So this is after he was hired at Cox. Okay, he's got resistance against mind-altering drugs. Shortened reaction time, increased hand-eye coordination. I wonder why he wants resistance against mind-altering drugs. Okay, there's actually 3 bits of information here. Here's Evelyn. Mining professional for Millax Mining Company. Fine for petty larceny. No implants. Interesting. We're still missing one clue here somewhere. Still missing one clue here. Okay. Let's go do some interviews. Am I pushing the wrong buttons today? What the hell's going on? It's over here. Forgot my way around the station. Where's the other guy? I thought they said they brought 2 guys in. Long time no see. What's he getting down from the wall there? Oh, this is Boyd again. Okay, good. Still not the talkative type, huh? Okay, listen up. Things have changed since we last spoke. I turned off the oh, that's a camera. I thought that was like a gun mounted to the wall. I turned off the camera so we can talk freely. Your people have kidnapped my daughter to extort me. Last night, your friend Zora came to my home to talk to me. Don't get your hopes up. It's about money, not your freedom. Let's not beg or plead. Let's put the screws down. Next time she pays me a visit, I can have her arrested. She'd go away for life based on evidence we already have. They'd kill your daughter for even trying. Ah, look at that. You know how it feels to care about someone, don't you? See, you want your friend free and I want my daughter alive. Maybe we can help each other. The ball's in your court. What exactly do you want me to do? Looks like I'm pretty much locked up in here. Who are those guys you and Zora are working for? We both know I can't give you any details. We're mercenaries. That's all I can say. Where do they keep Laura? I have no clue. We have a bunch of hideouts in the city and the whole solar system. I don't even know all of them. In the whole It's a pretty huge organization you're a part of. We're not just some thugs, we're professionals. You want me to help you? I'll give you one piece of advice. Do what they tell you. If I do, will I get her back? We usually keep our end of the bargain. Why are they blackmailing you? The people who ask you to shoot Banny won't pay them because we prevented the handover. Now they want me to help them get the data back. I see. Well, there's not much I can do for you. If there's anything you come up with, let me know. Okay. Talk to the chief, talk to Cox. I'd love to talk to the chief, but I ain't running the whole way back up there now. Alright, this is an asshole that took a shot at me. Good afternoon, Mr. Cox. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm waiting for my legal team. You fired out my partner and me. Care to explain? I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior in the company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. A quick look at your biography showed me that you are... I don't know. A Sabian, and you grew up on Bemis, so I grew up on Trovia. Oh well, doesn't matter. Fact is that you... Listen, I'm not telling you anything else. You really have nothing on me. Fuck. I butchered that one, huh? I think it's a sick wife. Because they were having trouble making the bills meet. Having trouble paying the bills. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's a sick wife. Let's go back up and talk to Gary now. It's gotta be a sick wife, right? I just read your sheet on more. Looks like a motive can be established. You should pay his wife another visit. She didn't seem to know anything yesterday. Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive. Roger that. See you there. Okay. That's part of being a good detective, man. You gotta backtrack here, there, everywhere across the whole damn city. Let's head back to the train. Still can't remember which way to go. I don't like that guy's hair. Oh, I like this one. It's empty. I'd rather have my own damn car and have to ride with some geeks. When I booted this up today, it said I was 67% done, so we're 2/3 through the game. You never really know what this game...
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. It was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.
Mm-hmm. Second door. See, I remember that. Hello, Miss Moore. Oh, it's you again. Hello. Sorry to disturb you a second time, but I need to ask you a few more questions. You're still after my husband. I told you he's on vacation on Femus. He isn't. We checked the ID scanners at all spaceports on Garrison FEMA. He never left the planet. He must be overlooking something. Listen, I love James, but he's just a poor devil. Shouldn't the CDI be taking care of some big fish? James is one of them. I think you're understanding... did I screw up? I screwed up. At the station I was talking to Cox, not Moore. Moore is on the lam. But it was James Moore's motivation. Okay. I think I'm okay. It's too many people, too many situations. I'm getting confused. I think you're understanding your husband. It might be able to make a great mistake. Did you see the Liberator's video yesterday? It was hard to miss, yeah? We have reason to believe your husband is affiliated with him. Seriously, that's what you came up with. He might have sold drugs or started a fight once or twice, but this is completely out of his leagues. We did some research and it seems like your husband had a strong motive. Your husband is being paid for the attack and he needs the money for your medication. It's true that I suffer from a lung condition, but we've always managed... If he carried out this attack and we catch him, he goes to prison for life. If we get him before, the sentence will be significantly less severe. Did you also find out how I got my condition? Yeah, I know. I was a miner at Millex. Turned out that I was inhaling harmful gases for months every day. Bosses knew about it, but the money was too good. Hundreds of people's lungs were irreversibly damaged. And you know what? Millex got away with it. They were cleared of all charges. No compensation at all. We have to pay for our medicine ourselves. Why are you going after my husband and not after people like them? I'm really sorry that happened to you, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. What we can do is stop your husband from doing something really stupid. We have reason to believe that he is involved in an imminent terror attack. If there's anything you didn't tell me, I need to know right now. What happens if you're right and you catch him? He would probably go to prison for a few years. It would be much worse if we caught him after the fact. I saw a message on his cell before he left. It was a booking confirmation from a hotel, but it wasn't on FEMA's. It was the Korean hotel here on Gara. I thought he might be cheating on me. He booked it until tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Moore. You've been very helpful. Promise you won't get hurt. I promise he won't get hurt. He's an idiot, but he's a good guy. Please, I need him. I'll do my best. I promise to do my best to protect him. Listen, I'm pregnant. If he's about to do something stupid, remind him of our unborn son. That'll make him consider his decisions. I will. Thank you for your help. Okay.
The Korean Hotel.
Korean.
I didn't even need to look that up. It was directly next to the Grand Church at Korean Square, one of the most important houses of prayer for Saviants here on Gara. It probably would be crowded with believers and tourists tomorrow morning. No doubt it was the Liberator's next target. The rush of making progress in the case only lasted a few moments until I realized that now I had to make a tough decision. If I told Zora about the target, I couldn't tell the CDI, and vice versa.
Why? Hey. Fuck. Oh, she's here. You start on me. What do you want? Check in with your investigation. How your investigation going? But not here. It's too crowded. Follow me. Come on, I know a spot. Which one is she? This her? Where'd she go? This is better. The hell you doing here? Are you following me? I told you I'd get back to you. Anything new on our client or what they're planning? She's got my daughter. I might know where the attack is taking place. Good. Where is it? I can't just tell you that. Well, and I can't protect your daughter if you won't work with us. You need to tell us where and when the attack is taking place. We'd like to have a chat with the people carrying out, but there can't be any CDI at the scene. Are you saying your people will prevent the attack? We'll take with us the people who are trying to carry it out. We'll take with us the people who are trying to carry it out. That's not really clear to me. People's lives are at stake here. The CDI needs to intercept that attack. Laura's life is certainly at stake. What are you planning on doing with the attackers? What will happen to them? We will ask them who they are and who they're working for. You just ask them and let them go? Don't worry about that. We won't let them go through with their plans. Fuck. I suspect there will be an attack at the Grand Church at Corian Square tomorrow morning. Is that the truth? That's what I think is the truth. Good. Thank you. Remember not to tell anyone at the CDI. I did what you asked. Are you letting Laura go now? Not yet. Let's wait and see how things play out tomorrow. You want a beer? No. Are you out of your mind? What? You think I poisoned it or something? I thought you said humans were good. Have a little faith. I'm not drinking it. Hey, listen. You know, I thought about what you said. I don't think I'm good, or ever have been, but I will say this. I talked to your daughter today. She's a good kid. I do not like the prospect of her getting hurt. So please, don't mess up. Huck it. Then get her out of there. Please. Well, my boss won't let that happen. It's all in your hands. If all goes well tomorrow and the guy talks, we might get everything we need. If we can't get to the client that way, we'll have to get the data after all. In that case, you'll have to help us with the hack. The backdoor was set up successfully from your cell. Hope it was worth it. Gary will have to face consequences for it. You really threw him under the bus there. I guess you're not so righteous after all. Fuck you. This was your doing, much more than mine. Unlike you, I never said I was a good person. I do feel it was the best option, and I do feel bad about it. Feel bad enough about it as it is, okay? I had to protect Laura. If they had traced it back to me and fired me over it, I would have been worthless for you and for Laura. Oh, please. You didn't want to risk your own ass. No matter what you tell yourself, at the end of the day, you do what you do for your own gain. Sometimes it's a few layers removed, but in the end, it's all selfishness with extra steps. I disagree. This is just a convenient way to justify that fucked up things that you do. Nihilism can be used as a shield, just like faith. It's convenient to say nothing matters because it makes being in this world hurt a little less. But even if you don't like the thought of harming Laura, even you don't like the thought of harming Laura, do you? I think you're doing your best to ignore your conscience. You will have to face it at some point. Not if I die first. Well, this has been fun. Break is over. I have some business to take care of. I'll let you know tomorrow how it went. Okay, back to the train. Gonna make it. Conrad, how'd it go? Any news from Moore's wife? Not really. If Moore is behind this, she doesn't know about it. Fuck. The attack's going down tomorrow, meaning we still have no clue what it's gonna be. How's it possible to get a grip on these? How's it possible we didn't? Oh, come on, dude. How's it possible that we don't get a grip on these fuckers? Looks like the only thing we could do is ramp up security all over Gara and hope that they won't go through with their attack. Hey, Conrad, one more thing. Don't want you to hear from anybody else. Looks like I'm not standing in for the chief after all. What? Why? He said knowingly. The higher-ups said that I had reason to believe that I tried to hack the CDI's database. Huh? How come? I have no clue. I'd never do something like that. I wouldn't even know how. I told them as much, but they said it's a commission of injury. We'll need to have a closer look. Apparently someone used my login to try to attack our network. Shit, Conrad, I just hope I won't be... I didn't do that. Hey, I'm sure this is some sort of misunderstanding. Yeah, it must be. Well, whatever. I'll talk to you later. Yee. Sorry, dude. I'm sure once I tell them they're holding my daughter, he'll understand. We'll make it right for him. Somewhere in the future. Oh. I don't like that guy's hat. We'll go in here. What's next? Another voiceover?
I felt like shit for letting Zora and her accomplices intercept the attack. There were so many ways this could go wrong. I didn't want them to take more, or worse yet, somehow miss him and let the attack happen. Don't get me wrong. I didn't regret telling Zora what I knew to protect Laura, but endangering the lives of innocent people wasn't an acceptable trade-off. I couldn't tell the CDI, or even call in an anonymous tip with the police, because the chance was too high that Zora would suspect me. There was no other way. If I wanted to make sure things didn't go south, I had to go to the church myself. I left in the middle of the night, hoping it wasn't already too late.
Yeah, so we're not getting the firm involved, but we're getting ourselves stuck in. That's alright, I'm okay with that. This could get hairy. We got two groups. Man, so... Hey, this is Ed, the guy from the harbor. Wanted to thank you again for buying me my spot back. Had a beer in the Herring tonight with my friends, Fred and Quinn. I'll buy you one if I ever see you at the harbor. That's nice. That's nice to get a little... come up from, someone we helped. So we might not have to do this one if they get the information they need from here. I'm still struggling to understand who these two groups are. Right, we have the people, the liberators that shot Banny. But then we have this other group that's looking for the data. But Boyd and Zora were working together. And Zora stole the data and Boyd did the shooting. So they're just mercenaries. Did they get hired out by two different... Did they get hired out by two different entities? Zora's the one that was just under the bridge there. We gave her the details of this church. She... man. I swear I've been paying attention this whole time. But I feel like I'm missing something basic. That's cool looking. One thing I won't fault this game for is the graphics. It's really simple pixel graphics, right? I mean, this could have been done 40 years ago. 30 years ago, anyway. It's just cool. It's got modern twists and stuff, but... Good evening, sir. Place open? Evening, I'm sorry, but the temple is closed until 6 in the morning. Could you let me in for just a second? That would be very important to me. I won't touch anything. Sorry, but what is this about? We had to increase security ever since the video came out. These are scary times for us Sabians. Someone sprayed fuck Sabians on the temple walls. It's not a lie. Listen, this is really urgent. I can't tell you any specifics, but I have to get in there. I'm sorry, but I need to ask you to leave or I'll call the cops. Didn't work, huh? Can I find another way in? Oh yeah, they did a number, didn't they? What's that? Sabians not welcome. Sadists. Someone got some skill, that's pretty good. Back door. Oh shit, we're in it now. I want to go up there or not? Let's go this way first. Okay. I guess I could do a little inspection. This is cool. You see the way I never really noticed that. I always look like I'm not really paying attention to this. I'm always like looking for the red circles that pop up, but this is actually like a bubble, right? Like you can see like the reflections here, like as you're walking past, it distorts the light. That's a cool effect. It's amazing. I've been playing this game for what, 5 hours or something, and I finally just noticed that. This guy hiding up here. Here we go. Mr. Moore, this is CDI. Hands up in the air right now. Step away from the device. Fuck. Oh, shit! Oh, no, 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 no. They're here. Listen carefully. They'll shoot you if you don't cooperate, okay? What the fuck are you on about? What's going on here? Mr. Moore, I'm CDI. You have to trust me. Tell them whatever they... I didn't do anything, okay? I'm just following orders from my boss. Tell them that. Tell who? The people walking up the stairs right now? Tell them the truth if you want to live. And if you're lucky, they won't take you away. Neo, what are you doing here? Don't shoot. Stand down, all of you. Shit. Did you just shoot that guard? Who the fuck is that, Zora? That's our mole. Ignore him. Go get the other guy and make sure that we don't blow up. Wait, and make sure we don't blow up. I don't know what that means. Mr. Moore, you're coming with us. Neil, what is this about? I hope this isn't some kind of trap, because if it is, Laura's dead. What the? Who are you? Don't make a wrong move. It's not a trap. I'm here alone. Where are you taking him? That's none of your business. We had a deal. Listen, I think that Moore's just a pawn in this. There are bigger fish in the background. They are the ones we should have a closer look at. Okay, have a closer look at them then. So you're leaving Moore alone? No. No, please, I didn't do anything. Let me take him in. He deserves a fair trial. What are you talking about? Zora, we need to run. Oh, he's planting a bomb over there. That's what that device was. Okay. Sorry, Neil. We have to make sure you don't follow us. Oh, shit. That's not good.
When I came to, my head and my shoulder hurt, and I was cold. I remember feeling relief when I realized I was still in the church and not tied up in the back of a van. Everybody else was gone without a trace, except for the bomb. I approached it carefully, but quickly realized it was disabled, or had never been fully assembled in the first place. I knelt down to examine the explosives, looking for clues pointing me to their origin. If Young had been there, she could have run a full analysis. Lucky for me, the explosives were clearly identifiable from their shape and labeling alone. These were Cineon sticks, used in chamber blasting. Nobody had access to those outside of the mining industry. I stepped back, satisfied for a moment. Then the rest of reality came crashing down on me. What would Zora's boss do when he heard that I was here? What were they planning on doing with Moore? And fuck, what about the guard?
Investigate the bomb.
I hadn't seen much through the window in the attic, but it had looked like one of Zora's guys had fired at him. My heart started racing while I quietly went back down the stairs.
Okay, I guess I had to investigate that to get it in my journal. I'm still really confused at this point about the two different groups. What their motives are. At some point I might have to just boot this up and read all my old information. Okay. Might be the best contextual tip ever. I don't know. Maybe. Did he leave any evidence behind? This is a way to get through speedily. Oh. Hello? Anybody home? Could really use a drink right now. I'm not even sure what to do next. What's our... Enter the train, okay. This is all getting bigger than me. At the beginning, I thought I had it under control. Thought I knew what I was doing. Now it's a little big. It's a little big for me. I think we're gonna have to do some real detective work at some point. I'm putting it off because I don't like thinking that much. Makes my brain hurt. Did I get a save there? I don't even remember. Well, we'll finish out the day. We'll stop by and see how the X is doing. She lives right here next to this old S line. Neo, anything new? No. Shit. I'm so scared. What if those people are lying to you? What if they never plan on letting her go? I've talked to them. They assure me they're only after the data. They'll keep their word, okay? Tell you what, if we don't have her back by tomorrow, I'll come clean and ask the CDI for help. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Hey, Neo? I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Same. I kind of miss talking to you these last few years. I'm so sorry I didn't spend more time with you and Laura. I just couldn't. It hurt. I know how selfish that sounds, and it is. It sucks. No, I understand. I can relate. I always ask you to take care of Laura more, but sometimes I felt like doing it myself was easier than seeing you again. And again. I will give her a little hug. Oh, that's sweet. I mean, if your daughter's kidnapped, you probably a little hug probably feels good. I'll go home and catch up sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, see ya. Gotta go home. That's cool too. Like his reflection in the glass when he's running by. Just little touches like that. Oh, is there news? I mean, Sherlock Holmes got a lot of his details from the news, so we gotta do the same. In the aftermath of Bannett's death and the shocking announcement broadcast by his murderers, the situation on Derby has come to an head. Large demonstrations and some violent clashes with the security, some of which were allegedly instigated by Sabian front members, have rocked the colony over the past 24 hours. Multiple stores, most of them Garian-owned, have been demolished and looted. Protesters were holding signs demanding Druvian self-government. Others warned of repercussions for Garian murderers. In a statement this afternoon, Prime Minister Marov ordered the protesters to refrain from violence, but also assured them that Garia would see severe consequences for what transpired. Shit's going downhill fast. Meanwhile, Garian Sabian Council urged President Robertson to do anything in his power to prevent any further attacks, anything else that would escalate the situation. Sabians on Garia are fearing for their lives. We have heard many reports of people staying home instead of going to school or work because they are terrified. Garian authorities and terrorism experts seem baffled about the Liberator sudden emergence. They came out of nowhere. They did not emerge from existing no movement, which is very rare and frankly strange. Interesting. They came out of nowhere, right? It's not like a grassroots movement that grew. Like maybe someone powerful is funding it, and just wait till they find out the guard at the temple at the church got shot. Well, that's not gonna go over well. I didn't even get to bed. Hey, Sato. What is it? Hey, Neo, I have good news. Our IT department finally managed to retrieve some of the data Cox is trying to destroy. Most of it is bills and contracts that aren't important for our case, but pretty illegal, though. They also found a message that caught my eye, like the one to Gonzalez. It was sent via the Mercurius network. Pretty sure it comes from whoever's behind the Liberators. I forwarded it to your cell. Good work, Sato. I'll have a look at it tomorrow morning. Need to catch some sleep first. Sounds like we're finally making headway. See you tomorrow. I'm gonna look at it right now. It's been a while since we last talked. I hope you're doing well. Albert. A. I hope you're doing well. First, I'd like to thank you for the good work over the years. I'm glad that a fellow Drobian is taking care of securing our Telanium transports on Garrus. I haven't said that word in like 3 episodes. I already forgot how to say it. Second, I have a proposal to make. Since our cooperation has been going so well, I thought we could extend it a little. I could use your help with an operation I've been planning for a few years now. Doesn't come without risk, but I can assure you that the payment will be good and, more importantly, the mission promises a bright future for both our companies and revenge for what happened to our parents. To your parents. A. Interesting.
You may be asking yourself how I remained functional throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse under the pressure and the looming prospect of losing my daughter forever. I think the truth is that over the years, I had gotten really, really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me, that had always told me horrible shit. This was just adding to it. More to repress, more bubbling beneath the surface. Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
Zora's back again. Can't I get some shut-eye? There you are. Zora, what is it this time? I'm here to tell you that my boss is happy with how things went. I didn't tell him that you showed up. Don't pull something like that again, okay? Why the fuck did you kill the guard? You didn't have to do that. I didn't shoot him, Moon did. Yeah, but there were so many ways. What did you do to Moore? None of your business. Tell me, I gave him to you. We just talked to him, but it looks like he doesn't know much. He says his boss ordered him to do it and he doesn't know who's behind all of it. We'll have to rely on that back door into the CDI network after all. Taking the data back seems to be the best way to get our money right now. But we need your help to go through with it. Here's how this will go. At 7 o'clock tonight, our hackers will commence the attack. But it will only work if we have someone who is physically at a CDI computer. The new user named 4x458 will pop up and request admin privileges that you'll have to grant. Zora, I have no idea what that means or how it works. I don't even know if my account can do that. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess you'll have to ask a system administrator to help you out. How do you think that'll go? Hey, IT, could you help me invite some hackers into our network? Isn't there someone on your team you could ask? Someone who will believe you if you tell them you're doing the right thing? You know? You're talking about Sato. I can't. What if he says no? That's for you to figure out. You're good with words. Force him if you have to. Once we're in, we won't have much time until we're kicked out of the system automatically. We'll have mere seconds to navigate to the right folder. In order to make it on time, we have to have an idea where to find the data. For which, in turn, you have to know what data is about. For which, in turn, we'll have to know which data is about. And that's your job to find out. How's that sheet going that I sent you? I'm making progress, but I'm not sure if I have all the information I need. Then hurry up. We have to submit it by 1900 so we can start the hack. Okay. I'll call you once you send me the sheet. Make sure you're at a computer. Put the data on a stick and hand it to us at 11 tonight. It's a bit further out, so make sure to be on your way in time. If we get the data tonight, I promise you have Laura tomorrow. It will be the last thing we ask of you. Your guy shot the guard for no reason. How am I supposed to believe you're letting Laura go? You can't know. You have to take my word for it. If I drag Sato into it and he tells anyone I lose my job, I'll probably go to prison. Throw me a bone. I need to know she'll be fine if I do this. Tell me it makes a difference to you. It can't mean nothing to you to take a young life. It isn't up to me. You keep saying that, but isn't it really? Do you have zero control over what happens? If you can do something, please tell me what it isn't all the same to you if she lives or dies. Do what I say and she'll live, okay? But what if things go south? What if Seda won't help me? If we don't have the right folder? You keep dodging the question. Tell me a human life has some value to you. It would end at some point anyway. Ooh, that's cold. Ah, give me a break. Everything's so easy if nothing means anything. Like you care about human life. What do you think would happen if you left more to us? What did you think would happen? I'm supposed to put my daughter in harm's way instead? Whatever. Your badge and gun betray you. You're a murderer like me. You're wrong about that. There's only one person whose death I'm directly responsible for. And you know what? It fucks me up. It's been years, and it still fucks me up. Is that so? I was chasing down a perp in a car, lost control, and crashed into a building. The woman inside was dead on the spot, so quickly that she couldn't feel any pain or fear. That's what they said to me. And they didn't put you away for it, no? No, they didn't. Look, most people are garbage. There's a good chance the world is better off without her. Are you what about you? How would you classify yourself then? Ah, definitely garbage. Wouldn't you agree that the world would be better off without most people like me? You have a point. So does it justify murdering the innocent? I've said what I came here to say. You know what needs to be done. Zora. Fuck. The data is about... Got like six options. It took place in 7 years on one of the planets. Just scrolling through, there's a couple things there. Like Sector 2 incident is a pretty big pick. Right? That would be the Sector 2 incident in 1780 or 1800. Androvia. Because it's 1820, it's 40 years ago, it's 1840 now, or is it 1760? It was 40 years ago from today. Yeah, so it was 1800. Let's, hi Horace, how's it going? We fed him yesterday, so we can go ahead and pet him today. I don't think they need food every day. He likes it. He likes that. Can I get some sleep now? Oh, pardon me. There's our save. We'll see the morning animation, any voiceovers.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. I resisted the urge to look for news about a dead guard. Somebody had certainly found him by now. It was my fault for letting Zora's people go to the church. His death was on me. Fuck. I needed to do something about that. But later. Today would be a deciding day. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
I don't know enough to fill that sheet out now. Submit the sheet? Are you kidding me? Oh, we're gonna have to do some thinking about that. So we're gonna end this video here, but what I can do next time, I can load this up and look through all the data and stuff, right? And then try to make some formulations here. And then when I start next video, I'll be able to maybe explain how I got to what I got before I submit it. Anyway, hey, do me a favor, keep the martinis dry. I'll be back.